Oh, what the fuck? Hey guys, what's going on? Third Street Reactions here. I'm Shane and back with House of the Dragon Season 2, Episode 1. Guys, last season was a doozy. I was pleasantly surprised. I think I liked it just as much as the original Season 1 of Game of Thrones. We had the blacks versus the greens. Even though green is my favorite color, I have to say I'm all for the blacks, even though I actually really like Aemond. I didn't like what he did in the finale, killing Luke. It was an accident, but that sucks because now Luke is dead, and I imagine because this is Westeros, the blacks are going to want revenge. My favorite character overall was actually King Viserys, who passed away, and my favorite relationship was between Daemon and Viserys. My second favorite character is probably Daemon or his nephew Aemond. I actually know that they're at odds with each other, but I find them both interesting and cool. My least favorite thing in the show are the crab people. The crab people who kill people by tying them up and letting the crabs eat them. I will be doing a Q&A at the end of the video. I got it up kind of late, so hopefully people see it. I'm going to try to be doing one every week. Also, joining me next week will be my wife Joy and Zach. So it won't just be me this year, but I'm actually very excited for you guys to see their reactions. Zach actually already saw the episode. He said he's pretty excited for me to watch it. That being said, before we jump in, if you want to support this channel, check us out on Patreon. We have full-length uncut reactions to this and all the things that we do. And we also have up to 4 weeks early access. Let's jump in. No sun. Foggy. Definitely Europe. Are we going to have a funeral for Luke?
It eclipses all things, even blood.
Does it? I guess in this world it does. This is Winterfell. Where is this? This is Winterfell.
The North owes a great duty to the Seven Kingdoms. The Night's Watch cultivated its strength from doomed men.
Is this some kind of a draft?
1 in 10 men from our household was to be chosen to fortify the Watch. The North must stand ready. In winter it will cover all you see, and all memories of warmth will be forgotten.
That kid got older.
You at least had the mercy not to threaten me with your dragon.
Oh yeah, Wolverine's kind of grown to be a prick now.
Surely the great Torrhen Stark would have sooner died than bend the knee. The realm will soon tear itself apart. If men do not remember the oath sworn to King Viserys and to his rightful heir.
My duty to the wall is even more dire than the one I owe to King's Landing. I need my men here.
Whilst your men guard against wildlings and weather, the High Towers plan to usurp the throne.
My father brought King Jaehaerys and Queen Alysanne to see the wall, and watched as their dragons, the greatest power in the world, refused to cross it.
Oh shit.
Do you think my ancestors built a 700-foot wall of ice to keep out snow and savages?
What does it keep out?
Death.
I love that we're here at the north, man. It's great to see the wall.
I have thousands of greybeards.
You can have the old guys. So,
Ravens arrived.
okay.
Urgent news from Dragon's
In Westeros, I thought they kind of didn't concern themselves, at least in Game of Thrones, with the Seven Kingdoms. What? Oh, he doesn't know? Shit. He looks older, so I just assumed he knew. Because I thought this is like 6 months, like a year later or something.
Take your mount again. We're flying out.
I alone patrol over 100 miles of open sea, endlessly, to hold the blockade. Maelys must gorge and rest, as must I.
We're going to King's Landing.
To what end?
Killing Vhagar. I cannot face that hoary old bitch alone. Make it a son for a son.
A son for a son.
She has been gone for days. Too long. She is exposed.
She is grieving.
The mother grieves as the queen shirks her duties.
It was a raven that brought me news of Laena's death. I existed for weeks in torment.
So she actually...
What if Aemond would happen upon her?
Then I would pity Aemond. She has not acted on the vengeful impulse that others might.
Right. Daemon.
If you'd have acted when you had the chance, Aegon's line would be extinguished. And Luke would be alive.
Yeah, could have, should have, would have. That sucks. Damn. Barnacles, I think is what they're called. I love this man. So glad he didn't die like I thought he was going to die.
It's a marvel she was able to return from the Stepstones at all. I must have my ship back at sea to lead the effort.
It'll be many weeks yet, I'd wager.
I had this commission for Prince Lucerys.
Oh.
They tell me that you're the one that dragged my body out of the sea.
Ooh, okay. So this character might be important going forward.
I am indebted to you, Alan.
Alan. Jurassic Park 3. Alan.
Alan!
Sorry. Okay. Focus. Tell you what, their shields look kind of cheap. They don't look that cool.
Mind your post!
And I can't remember him and his brother's name. I like them a lot, actually.
Dragon! On the Scorpion! Scorpion ready! Hold! Stand down, it's Vhagar! Stand down!
Jesus, look at all those holes in his wings. 2 Targaryen clans, 1 throne.
Harris?
What do you need of him?
Taken into the small council. He'll be king one day. He must begin his instruction.
What if he does not want to be king?
Where is he?
The library. I'm afraid.
Don't be. They'd be fools to come with Vhagar protecting the city.
Not the dragons, the rats.
You talk about... Oh, it's all of them?
The Queen is an enduring mystery.
It's like a metaphor, but it's obviously doesn't trust her handmaidens. Is that what they're called? Okay.
There's a chill in the air.
Yeah, here's a chill. Scorn lover right there.
We cannot. Again.
Yes, Your Grace.
He's like, I've played this game before. All right. Ooh, that's how it works. Who's the foot guy? Forgot about him. I also really like Otto quite a bit. Hehe.
Our letters to the Vale and to the north continue to go unanswered.
Cunts.
Cunts.
Thank you, my prince. That's very helpful.
Perhaps your grace might lend his voice to our outreach.
Enough! Release it at once. Would someone please...
Is the heir to the throne bothering you, Tyland?
No.
Because I think he wants a ride.
Your grace.
A ride?
A pony ride. Should the Master of Coin be your royal steed?
Oh, really? You're gonna do that, kid?
Your grace. There are important matters to discuss. Despite Sir Tyland's interruptions.
Very well.
Tyland's like, what the fuck did I do?
Aemond, what is your business here?
The king summoned me.
You do not have a seat at this council.
Aemond is my closest blood and our best sword. I welcome him.
Path to King's Landing is through the Riverlands.
The River Lords will either declare for me, or they will meet Vhagar and Sunfire together. And we can burn the blockade while we're at it.
Rhaenyra has dragons as well.
Mine are bigger. Fat old Lord Tully will either raise my banner or see his burn.
You are the king, Your Grace. You must not put yourself at risk.
And Vhagar is needed here to deter Rhaenyra from attacking, in retribution for the death of her son.
You've already demonstrated your might, Your Grace. We must now favor patience and restraint. History and precedent will come to your side.
I remember those things had something to do with the gods. I just can't remember what. It's
Good morrow, Lord Larry.
the footman.
Indisposed.
God, this guy's so good at being creepy.
What is it you wish to discuss?
Your feet, my
I have
lady.
completed questioning the whole of the castle staff. I have exposed all who betrayed our trust.
And what of them?
They no longer breathe our air.
Okay. I mean, this is like the OnlyFans transaction that we have today. You know, she shows this fool, what's a word? Frequent masturbator. Coomer. Her feet and he does what she wants.
Give me that.
He's not even getting any.
Just leave me.
I mean, I really like Alicent. I admire. I feel like I like her more and her temperament more than Rhaenyra. But obviously, she's on the side that I definitely want to lose. She really jumped off that thing, man. That dragon wing looks weird. Looks like a blanket. Okay.
And protector of the realm. Hail King Aegon!
That guy on the left sucks. That ginger, look at him. And honestly, Aegon he's just a shitty boy.
It's all right. There's no reason to be nervous. What's your name? And how might your king be of service?
A tenth of them taken by the crown.
Ooh.
If I'd had the time to plan,
We should
perhaps.
return them.
Your Grace?
You need your goats for the winter, don't you?
We already made a promise to all the Crown lands that a tithing of livestock would be necessary to sustain the dragons for the eventual fighting.
Right. Perhaps we could just return his sheep. He came all this way.
If you return one herd of sheep, Your Grace, you'll soon find them all at the foot of your throne expecting the same.
They won't know.
When the king speaks, all hear it.
So Aegon was trying to be nice, but he doesn't understand.
After further thought, I have decided that I cannot restore your sheep. Bring the next. That treasonous blockade won't last long. I plan to send Vhagar to burn it to ash. Bring the next.
The Smiths are all proud to support your grace against Rhaenyra.
Iron costs have grown. To put it simply, we are struggling.
You shall be paid, and paid well. My army cannot win a war without your weapons. You should continue their making. Our victory depends on the efforts of the small folk.
Yep. I mean, Otto just needs to stand there, and you know what I mean? I really like that part in Game of Thrones when they did that.
But you put forth memories of him and...
Like, listen to the problems of the people.
Viserys had a certain reputation as being pliable.
I am aware.
I would think you would wish to be viewed differently.
This fucking guy.
How?
Otto Hightower.
Oh, damn, really? They're gonna kick him out? Otto knows what he's doing, I think, for the most part.
I find myself wondering, do we pursue the same end?
I must admit there are days where I myself can't be sure. And how would you define victory?
Rhaenyra bending the knee,
Well, if that's how you describe it, then we are aligned.
then be my ally.
I am.
An ally would not repeatedly cut my legs from beneath me at that table of men. And I feel your anger.
Frustration. These critical days since Viserys' passing haven't gone to plan.
My sons both see you as the great example. The hand to three kings. Aegon is ever eager to prove himself, and Aemond is angry.
Aemon erred, but he is fiercely loyal. He wishes to please.
But if you undermine my voice, both those boys will grow deaf to it.
Yep.
I hadn't seen it that way.
We only need to mind Aegon until the novelty of rule is spent. Once he tires of it, you and I can steer our course to victory.
A fine strategy, daughter.
I really love Otto, the actor. I can't believe that's the same guy from Little Nicky.
You.
This lady,
When
yeah.
last we met, there were two of you.
I did not think you would flower a traitor.
You speak of highborn games. I am commonborn.
Who sent you fleeing from King's Landing in such disrepair? Hmm? You.
Put Aegon on the throne.
That was the High Tower's conspiracy. I merely profited from knowing Aegon's movements.
But you delivered him.
You only blame me because your true enemies are out of reach.
Daemon is showing a lot of restraint, but he was also with her, so... I love Matt Smith. He's so great.
Have her moved to the cells. She is to be treated as a traitor to the crown.
Really? Okay.
Forgive me, my prince, but the lady speaks the truth. She was no agent of the Hightowers.
What is it to you?
A matter of honor.
Was it honor that made you stand by and watch as the Hightowers usurped the throne? You and your traitorous twin. Aegon was in your grasp. You should have killed him yourself.
I reckon our names of the King's Guard are just 8 and 10. And we swore the same oath, to defend the whole of the royal family. So what were we to do when they turn against one another?
Exactly. Like, it's... Daemon, I want Daemon to be understanding a little bit, you know?
Did you find what you needed? Your counsel stands at the ready, Your Grace. I will fly to Harrenhal at your command and set our toehold in the Riverlands.
I want Aemond Targaryen.
Are your bannermen gonna support you in a game of just like vengeance, though? That's what he wants. Look at him. Ah. He's gonna give her a mission. He's gonna give her a mission.
You surely accumulated spies within the Red Keep, servants who knew the comings and goings.
Scheme with someone else, Daemon.
Your knowledge in exchange for your freedom.
Okay. He just found out, and now he's back.
Lady Jane Arryn has pledged her support in exchange for a dragon to guard the Vale. Lord Cragen Stark has promised 2,000 men.
That is rough. Fuck.
Valerie Florent.
You're gonna light it for him. Damn. Ah. Oh. Oh, snap.
I'm told you bear a mislike for the Hightowers.
Fuck the Hightowers.
The White Worm said you're one of Aegon's rat catchers.
I heard the White Worm was dead.
Her ghost told me you're a betting man. How deep your debts? I was also given to understand that you possess a unique knowledge of the Red Keep.
A big rat's nest it is. I know them better than the shape of my own cock.
You're to find and slay the Prince Aemon Targaryen.
Oh shit, really?
He has silver hair and one eye. Should be easy enough to find.
All right.
Kill Aemon, okay.
What if we can't find him?
We've wasted precious days in this war.
You should be leading the van, and I should be flying cover on Vhagar. No castle would dare to raise Rhaenyra's banner against us.
Well, mayhaps we could petition the king privately to send us out.
Guy, just a scorn lover, you know. I don't want Aemond to die yet. I really like Aemond.
Alicent is simply angry.
Angry?
She blames me for starting this war. Her Grace speaks with two tongues.
Did you kiss your mother with that mouth, boy?
She has a gentle heart. It is not your mother's fault.
That makes her a fool.
I mean, I'm sure it helps to see things black and white. But...
Return to your post, Lord Commander. I must have a word with the Prince.
Okay.
It would concern me, grandson, if plans were being considered beyond the ears of your king and his hand. You've a zeal to act, I understand. I was young once myself.
I only wish to serve my king and my house.
I promise you, Aemond, you will have all the vengeance that you seek, but you must keep a grip on your impulses. We both know that your brother cannot.
Aemond is good, like the actor, just being this intense, stern. Oh no, don't hurt that doggy. I feel bad for that dog. I just don't think Aemond is going to die yet. Now, if he does, I'll eat my words. He's already here?
It's a king.
I need to be both. My brother at least knows his place. He's as loyal as a hound. I can set him and his dragon on my foes at will.
Dude, put your torch out. So you can just walk through here? Oh, you're acting like a rat catcher. Oh, you are a rat catcher. Duh. Dragonheart. I saw Dragonheart. So I was just confused. They're just using his occupation to do what they want. It's weird. It was so easy to get there. You know what I mean? Like, that's just really bad security.
The royals live up there.
Right.
Different group of rat catchers work the upstairs.
If we're to kill a royal fucking prince, where do you think we're gonna find him?
I thought the rest was your bet.
I could end you right here.
Lord.
Show me.
Oh, what the fuck? God damn it. You kicked the dog, you fat fuck.
No one's here.
It's just way too easy.
I'm not supposed to be up here.
Did you not hear the prince? No head. No gold. Set a trap for appearances.
That is probably smart. I don't trust that guy. He's gonna screw something up or he's gonna do something they're not supposed to do. Dude, like, yeah, those rat catchers need to be vetted. I feel like that'd be the easiest way to have an assassin. It was just way too easy to get up here. I'm not gonna let that go. Say hello. That's it.
Rats.
Okay, there you go. Thought he's gonna kill that poor. She's down now. Are you gonna kill that chick now? Is the other guy doing something?
Stay still.
Oh, really? Her?
Fuck is she?
She's the queen, she is.
Well, that would be.
Or does she look like a fucking son to you?
Over there.
Oh, no way. No way.
The same. Was once a boy.
Maybe that one. The mother knows.
Do anything but what I ask, and I'll bleed the whole lot of you.
God damn it.
I have a necklace. It's of great value.
That's not a son.
Just, what'd you say? Kill me instead.
It's the other one. She's not going to give up the king's heir that easy.
She's telling true.
Hold him down.
Oh my god. Son of a bitch. Where are all the guards?
Helena! What's happened? They killed the boy.
Okay. That was awful. But yeah, for real, one thing, just really hovering over the show, it almost made, the ending almost made me forget how sad the show was because Queen Rhaenyra, just mourning her son, Luke, I appreciated Alicent lighting a candle for him. I think Alicent, I like that character a lot because how much she cares, and she truly doesn't want any bloodshed. And she truly believes what she's doing is right and is the will of the king. And we know it's not, but they don't know. So yeah, I have to say one of the saddest moments for me was Jace coming into where his mom was. That was either her quarters or the small council room. I think it was the small council room. And he's sitting there, or standing there, trying to like he's reading a report, trying to have some kind of level of professionalism, but he's like breaking down, crying, and she's crying as his mother, and just comes up and they embrace each other. Whew, God, that was rough. That was really freaking sad. You know, it's weird. Game of Thrones, there were things that absolutely shocked me and made me cry. But this show, I feel like, has given me, like, pure sadness more. I mean, I'm going through Game of Thrones now, so I'll have to experience it again. Besides, obviously, the finale, which was, you know, those last 2 episodes made me sad. Not necessarily because of the story. But, yeah, I was just really sad this whole episode. I was really sad a lot last season. I am curious to get inside of Aemon's head. We know that he didn't mean to do that. We know that he was shocked and kind of mortified when it all happened. But, I mean, here he was kind of being the brooding badass, and that's obviously who he is. But I don't know if the book gets into it or not, but there was not really a conversation about it. I mean, in fact, his mother and Otto, they made it sound like, yeah, he acted in haste. He shouldn't have done it. So maybe he didn't even tell them that it was an accident. Also, it's funny. I kind of like King Aegon in this episode, because they could have just made him like Joffrey in a way to where he was just a complete piece of shit. I mean, there was definitely a scene where he was trying to listen to the troubles of the people. But we got to see that with Ned Stark sitting on the throne. We got to see that with Robb Stark doing that. He was kind of the regent ruler while his mom was gone. I always like those scenes a lot, because sometimes when you have these shows, they portray the royalty as just so beyond like they wouldn't even care about the common man. I mean, obviously there are exceptions. Aegon, you know he's a piece of shit person. Now, he's not evil, I think, in the same way his future ancestor Joffrey is. But, you know, when he was sitting up there, he was probably trying to do what he thought was helpful, but he just doesn't understand like Otto understands. We can't give everyone back their livestock. We can't give all these blacksmiths money up front because we don't have it, or we can't. It's not what we do. I saw like a very simplistic view of kind of good and bad when he was sitting on that throne, and I saw him trying to be good. So it was cool to have a little layer to that character. Also, the scene with Alicent and Otto, you know, good on Alicent for saying, hey, like if we're doing this together and you need me to help rein in my children, then you have to give me respect in front of them, because they will drown out my voice forever if you don't do that. She was telling her that to her dad, and he understands. Oh yeah, you're right, I shouldn't do that. But she's resistant to the idea, and it seems like her son Aemon knows. Now going forward are going to go through bloodshed and war. And that's also one reason I like her characters, because she doesn't want that. It was also cool to see the White Worm again. Her and Daemon had an interesting relationship, and the way he was, just because the way I've seen him treat people, like he's not as sadistic as some characters I've seen. Also, like Joffrey, he saw, obviously his old mistress, the White Worm lady, and I was thinking, dude, you're a traitor to the crown in his eyes, so you're going to die a terrible death. But no, he just imprisoned her, and he was willing to free her, and it looks like he's going to keep his word, as long as she helps him get connections with people in the Red Keep. They got the rat catchers. Obviously, the young prince died, and that was fucking awful. And I'm really curious to what he thinks. Is he going to feel bad? I mean, he might not feel bad. It's just the idea is like, I was going to get this guy, but instead I got this guy's children who had nothing to do with anything. I mean, people, when they're mad, they'll justify and rationalize it when they're angry. So, also, I do want to point out that Lairys Strong, who's an ally of Alicent, foot soldier, he, that guy's so weird, but I do like his character, what he does for the story. He's kind of showing a little bit of distrust with King Aegon towards the Hand, his grandpa. And, so I wonder, I mean, obviously I think he wants to be Hand of the King. But the thing is, he's got a thing for Alicent, Alicent wants her dad there. So if he did that, he'd be at odds with Alicent. But maybe if he got to be Hand of the King, he wouldn't care. It's like, I don't think if you get rid of Otto Hightower, you're next man on base. So I'm wondering what his plan is. I mean, he's obviously, this show's Lord Baelish. So I thought it was a really good premiere, guys. I'm really excited to hear what Zach thinks of the show and what Joy will think of the show, and we'll put those in there next week. I am going to do the Q&A now. Because I only put this up like an hour and a half ago, there's only 2 questions. But Ace Charlie, crazy way to start the first episode of season 2, right? Right. Shane, what potential fight are you looking forward to in the Dance of the Dragons War? Stay awesome. I'm going to give you a little heart, Charlie. Well, I'm glad that Aemon didn't die. I think I'm looking forward to him fighting Daemon Targaryen. There are a lot of great epic battles in that first show, Game of Thrones. Yeah, I wonder what they can give me here. I don't feel the same type of like, I can't wait to these guys fight. Kind of like with the Clegane Bowl. I wasn't like super obsessed with that like everyone else was, but I was interested in it. I was actually interested in Ned and Jaime eventually fighting, but that didn't really happen. I mean, I know it happened, but it didn't really happen. You know, I didn't really get to see Jaime do like some awesome ass shit before that thing happened to him. So I don't know. In this show, I'm glad to say Aegon and Daemon. G Cools, do you think House of the Dragon will ever have any battles in a series that could top the ones from Game of Thrones? I mean, I love House of the Dragon, but Blackwater, Hardhome, and Battle of the Bastards are hard to top for me. What do you say? I'm gonna give you a little heart. Yeah, those were epic. The Battle of the Bastards to me was one of the most emotional things, amazing things I've seen. I mean, there's a lot of great battles, but that one to me, I truly think takes the cake. I imagine this show with probably a similar production value, but technology is probably a little cheaper. I think it can give me battles. Now, I don't know anything about the history, really, so I don't know what kind of battles are coming. I know more battles are coming. I know bloody things are going to happen. I know people are going to die. I imagine, because I've been very impressed with the show so far, I trust them to satisfy me. All right, guys, that's the end of the Q&A, the end of my post talk. Make sure you have your Q&A submitted for next week when I react, and Joy and Zach hopefully are here. The second episode. Much love, guys. See you then.